The longest homestand of the season concludes this afternoon at Target Field. The Twins wrap up an 11-game stand with the last of 3 against the visiting Angels this afternoon on Fox Sports North. This Twins-Angels series is brought to you by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world. And welcome to Target Field with Tim Lauder. I'm Anthony LaPanta. The Angels have won the first 2 games of this series, holding the Twins to 3 runs on 14 hits. But Minnesota's kept themselves in the game with good pitching and outstanding defense.
Pitching's been excellent, and defensively, Twins have done a really nice job of handling the baseball. When you talk about defense, you're talking about the fact that you have to make sure that everybody is involved, and sometimes it takes just a little bit of help, even from our friends. But Eduardo Escobar, he comes back with the redeemer. He has an opportunity to make a play. Miguel Sano maybe playing out of position. He also defensively, but it's not just the infielders, Anthony, it's the outfielders as well. We take a look at the guys in the outfield, Kepler and Rosario, getting their feet underneath them, getting their hand on top of the baseball, and throwing strikes to record those outfield assists. Defense is a team attitude. When you go to the plate, there's only one person that goes to the plate at a time, but defense, that's played by the team. Continue with the good pitching and continue with the good defense.
Visiting teams should know the commandment by now. Thou shalt not run on Eddie
Don't run
Rosario.
on those guys.
Audra Martin, this team takes tremendous pride in their ability to defend.
They certainly do, Anthony. Last night, Kyle Gibson had some great defense backing him up against the Angels, and Fernando Romero will need more of the same this afternoon. I was talking to some of the guys this morning, and they said when the defense has a night like last night, when they're making big plays, it takes some of the pressure off. They know they need to find some consistency here over the next couple of weeks, and with the defense doing that, it takes the pressure off. It's one last thing they need to worry about when getting things back on track, and their manager, Paul Molitor, certainly agrees.
When you're not scoring, you need to make sure you're tightening up the best way that you can. You know, errors are part of the game. I think that overall, I think our defense has been okay. Maybe not quite as good as last year, but yeah, when Miguel over at first base has done a nice job of making almost all the plays he's been asked to over there, and that 5-6-3 put out yesterday, kind of a baseball rarity. Deflection, a little bit of baseball gods looking favorably on us. Miggy really finished that playoff nice with a nice pick over there, too.
That defense will look to do its part today to help Fernando Romero take care of the Angels in the finale. Dick Kramer and Bert Blyleven take a look back on the rookie's first time out against the Halos. That's next on Fox Sports North.
Sports North is presented by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today.
Today, the Twins close out their longest homestand of the year. They'd like to make it a winning homestand, and they'll need to win the series finale with the Angels to finish the homestand 6-5. We welcome you to Target Field. No rain delays today. Dick Bramer along with Bert Blyleven as the Twins hope to finish this homestand with a 6-5 mark. They've had problems getting key hits against the Angels, but they've got a guy in the lineup who has done very well against the Angels in his last year and a half.
Yeah, really over his last career that started in 2016. Miguel Sano got a couple hits in last night's ball game, and the Twins are hoping that maybe the couple hits has turned him around. He's a big run producer for the Twins when he is swinging the bat well. And it's too bad that the Twins play the Angels only 7 times in a season, because he's got great career numbers against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Angels-Twins matchups over the years typically have featured pretty good pitching. We've seen that again in this season series this year, including the game pitched by Fernando Romero in Anaheim a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Romero making his 8th major league start here this afternoon, but in Anaheim it was only his 3rd major league start, and he was matched up against Ohtani, of course the great Japanese pitcher hitter for the Angels. But in that ball game, 5 very good innings. Ended up throwing 92 pitches. He threw a lot of sliders. He does have a fastball. He'll attack the strike zone, facing the Angels here this afternoon for just a 2nd time in his career.
Twins hit the road for a week-long road trip in Detroit and Cleveland. They would love to get that road trip started with a homestand closing win against the Angels.
But they've had a tough time with the Angels. The Angels are 7-1 in the month of June. They're playing really good baseball. And Mike Scioscia is convinced that if they continue to stay healthy, as they have been for the most part, that they can be a factor. Maybe get back into the playoffs, if not as a division champion, maybe a wild card team as the Twins were a year ago. The Menards batting order for the Angels: Ian Kinsler, Mike Trout, Justin Upton, Albert Pujols, Luis Valbuena, Zach Cozart, Jose Fernandez, Martin Maldonado, and Chris Young.
And today's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture, and that'll be Fernando Romero making just his 8th major league start. Now, he faced the Angels back in the middle of May, and he pitched 5 very good innings in a no decision, but this is the first time he's facing a major league team for the 2nd time.
And the Twins out on the field, brought to you by Northland Ford. Jay Cave is in center field. Rosario and Kepler are the flank outfielders. Sano at third, Adrianza at short, Escobar getting the start at second base in place of Brian Dozier, who starts the day on the bench. Logan Morrison at first and Mitch Garver behind the plate.
As we mentioned in our pregame, Romero had a really good bounce back game last time out against the Chicago White Sox here, where he worked 6 innings, gave up only 2 runs.
Kinsler's had a couple of home runs. In fact, the Angels have won the first 2 games of this series because they've hit the last 4 home runs. 2 of them Friday night that turned the game around. The big one by Kinsler with a man aboard. And then Upton, Kinsler, and Pujols yesterday. 1-0 to Kinsler. He's actually homered in 3 straight games, and he takes up, and it's 2-0.
We saw a lot of Kinsler when he was with the Rangers and the Tigers in his first season with the Angels.
And missing high 3-0.
He became a free agent, signed a 1-year deal with the Angels in his 13th major league season.
And a strike.
Romero fastball, low 90s. Sometimes he'll hit 95, 96. Hard slider and a changeup.
And a miss inside and a leadoff walk. In the rough start that Romero had against the Royals, that start started with a 5-pitch walk to John Jay and a couple of runs allowed in the first and a bigger inning in the second, and he never really got on track, so he'll hope to handle this leadoff walk a little bit better. Mike Trout will bat next.
Yeah, not many major league innings, average about 3 walks per 9 innings for Romero. Now, Twins have done a good job over the first 6 ball games that they have played against the Angels, or 7 games against Mike Trout. He's just 2 for 17 and both hit singles, so they've handled him well.
And Trout hitting just 118 against the Twins. Didn't play in the game started by Romero in Anaheim. 1 strike on a check swing. Fastball inside, and Romero with a little long look in toward Bruce Dreckman, wondering where he missed with that pitch.
Romero, just 23 years old, out of the Dominican Republic, signed by the Twins back in 2011, made his major league debut on May 2nd here against the Toronto Blue Jays.
11 2/3 innings in his first 2 big league starts without a run allowed.
Romero pretty quick home, only 2 attempts, 1 successful against him on the mound in stolen bases.
Swinging a foul, 1-2.
There's 2 things that Mike Trout would like to get before his career's over with. Of course, the World Series ring. Second, a Gold Glove. I was surprised he never won a Gold Glove out in center field. And they say in California or Anaheim area that's one thing he is really working on, is improving his defense. He's, to me, one of the best center fielders in the game, but yet to win a Gold Glove.
And that's to the backstop. And going to second is Kinsler. A wild pitch, a very wild pitch. 2-2 to Trout. There are so many great outfielders in the American League, the National League too, for that matter. But you know, you've got Betts, you've got, well, Buxton, of course. And there are only 3 outfield Gold Gloves to be handed out every year. 2-2.
Yeah, wild pitch, the 6th wild pitch for Romero. And this is only an 8th major league start. And another ball gets away.
Not backhanded by Garver. That one might be ruled a passed ball. Yeah, and Romero's thrown 10 pitches, only 3 strikes.
Yeah, that looks like that ball should have been caught right there. I don't know if Garver was you know, maybe he didn't get crossed up right there, but definitely a breaking ball, a slider that got underneath the glove of Garver.
Well, a walk. A wild pitch, and I would guess a pass ball, but we'll give you the ruling as soon as it's made. And it is a pass ball.
Pass ball.
Runner at third, and there hasn't been a ball put in play. And Garver just used a mound visit. Full count to Trout with Upton on deck. Romero just under a strikeout per inning, and Trout very strikeout prone. And did he go? Home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman will make the call, and Trout's gone on strikes. And that'll bring up Upton.
Yeah, Mike Trout unable to hold up. Fastball down and away. And the barrel of the bat went too far, says Bruce Dreckman, home plate umpire, and the crew chief here.
Romero's gotten 3 ground ball double plays, and I bring it up because even though it's the first inning, you've got a chance to kind of manage this inning here with Upton, has been swinging the bat really well, and he takes outside ball 1. And a very slow runner in Pujols on deck. And we'll see how aggressive Romero is, how accurate maybe he is in throwing in pitches.
Oh, Upton's been swinging a hot bat. Ball missing inside.
He's missed outside. He's missed inside. 13 pitches and only 4 strikes. Infield back, the exception of Morrison, who's about equal distance between first and third. And now it's 3-0. And Upton seems willing to take a walk. And they will go ahead and intentionally walk him. So whether that was the idea all along or not, we won't know until perhaps someone asks after the game. But we'll see what happens here with Pujols not running well and a candidate for a double play grounder if Romero can throw him some good pitches here.
Yeah, Pujols has hit into 6 double plays. He hit a home run off of Gibson in yesterday's ball game, then coming in the 6th inning. That made it a 2-0 Angels lead. Twins scored in the bottom of the 6th, but that was the final score.
Open right side of the infield for Pujols, with Escobar, the second baseman, playing about where he would play standardly as a shortstop. Breaking ball hits the outside corner. So even with Pujols and his future Hall of Fame status, the Twins are putting an extreme infield shift on here, hoping that he'll hit into a ground ball double play. What do you say there? 105, 110 feet of open infield on the right side.
Pujols pretty good, smart hitter too. See if he tries to go the other way.
Softly hit and into center field. He just stuck the bat out, and the Angels take advantage of the wildness of Romero and take an early 1-0 lead.
And Pujols picking up an RBI, his 34th. You know, even though he's a guy that stands pretty much on the plate, he's got good plate coverage. Look at that ball down and away. Just reaches out and pokes it softly over the head of Escobar into center field.
Irvin Alston's going to make a trip to the mound here.
Well, you see where he ranks all time. Ty Cobb next in line.
Pass to Musial with that RBI base hit. Right now, Pujols exchanging pleasantries with Gregorio Petit, who's at the end of the Twins bench, former teammate. I don't know, that might have been Romero's best pitch that he's thrown here. That was a pretty accurate breaking ball down and away, but a really good hitter managed to stick the bat out and get an RBI base hit.
Well, the first 3 ball games, it seemed like when we were getting, you know, Pujols out, everything was a slider away, 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 and I think he was probably looking out there and just hit it softly in the center. Got to pitch that guy in. The home run that Gibson gave up, he did not get in far enough, and Pujols opened up and hit that home run.
And now a strike to Valbuena.
Oh, good slider right here. This is where you want it. That's where a lot of times you'll get ground balls. Instead, Pujols went down and uppercut that ball into center field.
Strike to Valbuena. Romero now dealing with damage control. 1-1.
All keys off the fastball. You have to have control of the fastball early in a ball game, and Romero does not have that.
And 2 starts ago against Kansas City, he was never able to get it. He was out before the end of the 2nd inning, fouled back. In that game, his earned run average more than doubled. An inning and 2/3 pitched, 9 hits, 8 earned runs. And again, it all started with a leadoff walk as today's game started.
He threw 52 pitches in an inning and 2/3. See the difference right there, but he rebounded nicely, as I mentioned, against the White Sox.
1-2 to Valbuena, the only out on the board of check swing strikeout of Trout. And a foul back. And we've seen Valbuena do that throughout this series with 2 strikes. Just flick one foul after another. Pitch count already up to 21. It's hit a long way down the line near the pole, but foul. I see that and I start to shudder because incredibly, and it hasn't happened now for a few weeks, but the Twins have given up 4 home runs that have hit the foul pole. I mean, you can go all year long and maybe only see 1 or 2, and the Twins have allowed 4 of them. 1-2 to Valbuena. That's hit the other way, wide of the pole.
Valbuena, a veteran hitter in his 11th major league season, his 2nd with the Angels. 32-year-old from Venezuela, originally signed by Seattle back in 2002.
Pitch number 24 coming up. Off-speed pitch. Took a little off the fastball and got a strikeout, 2 down.
2nd strikeout for Romero. Yeah, Valbuena fouled off a lot of pitches, and then he swung at a pitch looked like about maybe 6 inches to a foot outside.
Two down, 2 on, 1 in, and Cozart the batter. Fouled over the Twins dugout.
You know, here in game 1, we saw Lance Lynn do a good job at damage control in the 2nd inning, where he gave up 4 singles, only allowed 1 run. And yesterday's ball game, Gibson in the 3rd inning did a good job of damage control. So get out of this inning, even though it's an ugly one so far, with only 1 run allowed. Not bad.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. But that's why these games in the season series, not just this year, but typically with the Angels, pitchers generally have done that. A nice job of damage control. The games have been low scoring than normal. 1 or 2 runs deciding the games one way or the other, it seems like.
The starting staff has been outstanding as of late.
2 strikes to Cozart. High drive to center, and Cave is there. Some good, some bad in the 1st inning for Romero. Bottom line, the Angels get a run. got through it with just 1 run allowed. Paul Molitor hoping that the Twins, as we said earlier, could finish his homestand 6-5. They had higher hopes than that. Now a couple of losses here to the Angels have brought the homestand record to 5-5. The Menards batting order has Robbie Grossman, Eddie Rosario, Eduardo Escobar, Logan Morris, and Miguel Sano moving up to 5th. Then Kepler, Garber, Cave, and Adrianza.
And today's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. And Nick Tropiano on the mound, making his 10th start of the year, his 2nd against the Twins. He pitched against them in Anaheim back on May 12th.
It's a big spread for Tropiano. Right-handers versus left-handers, just under 100 points in batting average. And so the Twins, with their switch hitters, will have 7 lefties in the lineup, starting with switch hitter Grossman. That's hit to the left, and Upton retreats, and on the edge of the track hauls it in, 1 down.
Yeah, opponents hitting 263 off Tropiano. 303 are left-handed hitters, and right-handers hitting only 227.
Angels out on the field, brought to you by Northland Ford. Justin Upton, Mike Trout, Chris Young in the outfield. Valbuena, Cozart, Kinsler, Fernandez, the infielders, and Maldonado, who fouled the ball off his foot on Friday night. Got yesterday off, back behind the plate today. Here is Rosario. 4 singles in the series so far, 2 each in each game. I guess we can say 2 each night since we got started so late yesterday. The game was supposed to start at 1, and we got started about 5. 1-0. Strike call, 1-1.
Rosario comes into this at bat hitting .318. 7th best, 8th best in the American League.
Just outside. The changeup that Tropiano features, missing the outside corner. It's 2-1.
Tropiano with a fastball, low 90s slurve type slider, and a very good changeup.
3-1. Escobar on deck.
Tropiano missed all of last year due to the Tommy John surgery.
Sometime this year with shoulder tendonitis. And Rosario takes a 5-pitch walk. Angels took a couple of walks, and wild pitch and a pass ball and a single to score a run in the first. And now Escobar will hit with a man aboard.
Let's take a look at our Pizza Ranch for the win. What the Twins offense would like to do here is have a multi-run inning early. In the first 2 ball games here against the Angels, they scored a total of 1 run over the last first 5 innings. So 1 run in 10 innings. They want a multi-run inning. Give that pitcher something to work with, like they did with Barrios.
And make that damage control that we've seen from the Twin starters pay off in a win. Escobar takes outside, ball 1.
The Twins offense wants a crooked number on the board.
What is the crookedest number? I've always thought 5 is the crookedest number.
Yeah, probably. I think the Twins would take that.
There's a little roundness to a 5, but 3 is just, you know, that's a really round number. 4 is right angled. 6 is rounded.
Yeah.
8 is rounded. 9.
Kind of like a upside down 6 almost.
Yes, very much like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can score 5 for our Pizza Ranch for the win. And Rosario checked it first. One and 1 to Escobar. Better throw, might have picked him off.
Tropiano has 1 pickoff this year. Over his career, he has 5, making it just his 34th major league start.
Driven to left. Upton retreats and makes the catch in deep left field. Well, both Grossman and Escobar have hit the ball pretty sharply to left field for the first 2 outs of the first inning. And it'll bring up Logan Morrison.
Twins would like to see this guy get hot. Morrison really struggling, hitting only 191. Has very good numbers against Tropiano. Logan Morrison, 5 hits and 6 at-bats with a couple home runs off the right-hander. Rosario at first base, 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. We have not seen the Twins run a lot this year. Only 19 stolen bases successful in 27 tries.
A drive to right field.
There you go.
And the Twins will take the lead.
That's kind of a crooked number. Home run number 7 on the year for Logan Morrison. And his 3rd career home run against Tropiano. So jumping on that first fastball gives the Twins a 2-1 lead. Right down Broadway. And Morrison did not miss it. And he kept it fair.
And now Miguel Sano. A couple of hits in the ball game last night, moving up to 5th on the lineup today. He and Mitch Garver are the only right-handed batters. There's ball 1.
Tropiano allowing that home run, his 9th of the year, this being his 10th start.
Breaking ball away. Now Tropiano's thrown 13 pitches, but just 6 strikes. Home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman trying to get the attention of the ball boy. Needs some replacements. And now 3-0 to Sano. Got out of here in a hurry.
Well, usually fastballs down the heart of the plate do. Been there, done that.
See if Sano's green lighted. And he is, and it's popped up down the right field line. And now drifting into foul territory is Fernandez, who makes the catch, and Sano is out. But Morrison hit one out with a man aboard, and it's 2-1 Twins.
little bit of a different lineup today. Paul Molitor was asked about the challenges of coming up with a new lineup while also trying to get the bats going, and he said it's all about finding a balance of being creative without being foolish. He also said it's important for him to explain the moves to the players so that they can focus on the positive effects that could come from it. Eduardo Escobar makes his first start of the season at second base. Molly says that as well as he's played lately, it's really hard to have to move him around so much, but he also thinks that Escobar really likes having that challenge. It's just another indicator of how valuable he is to this team. Joe Mauer spent the morning taking some batting practice, some infield, and running the bases. Molitor says if the reports are positive, they could start discussions for what is the next step for Joe Mauer, but his gut feeling is that he probably will not be on this upcoming road trip, guys.
All right, it's a slow process for Joe. I know that whenever he gets back, the Twins want to keep him in the lineup. Chopped foul to Jose Fernandez. The count is 0-2.
Fernandez getting an opportunity to play just his third major league game. He just got called up in the first game of the series. Hit well down in AAA, hit 345 in 203 at bats. He's got a couple major league hits, both singles.
It's down the line and fair into the corner, just barely. And Fernandez cracks a automatic double. Ball apparently bounced up into the seats.
Well, that's a line drive. He was hoping it'd go foul, but it looked like it just stayed within that fair territory, right down that left field line. So first extra base hit in the major leagues for Jose Fernandez.
Getting a chance in part because he's left-handed, and as we pointed out, tried to anyway, over this weekend's series, that the Angels are very much both on the hitting side of things and the pitching side of things very much right-handed. And it is Martin Maldonado, a right-handed batter, facing Romero now with the tying run at second. And Maldonado, if that hit the bat, no, they're going to send him to first base. And looks like home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman had a little chat with Garver first, and
got the hand, looked like.
Watch the knob of the bat, though. Might have hit the arm first. Huh.
He got the fingers of the right hand.
Well, Maldonado's at first. And again, when Romero had that ragged first inning in Kansas City, he wasn't able to rebound in the second. Now here we are, a double and a hit batter working through the bottom of the order, and now Chris Young.
See the veteran Young, see if he's asked to bunt right here. He's swinging away so far.
Falls behind, 1-0.
Young does have one sacrifice on the season.
And that gets by Garver. It was well in front of him, but went right between his legs. It'll be another wild pitch. And I know it's just the start of the second inning, but you have to wonder whether the Twins might not be interested in firing up the bullpen here very early on, the way as erratic as he's been.
Slider right there and gets underneath the body of Garver. So second wild pitch of the ball game for Romero.
And the count is 2-0 to the number 9 batter, who's hitting 158. A little pop up. And Escobar with the catch, one away.
Good fastball in right there. He gets the infield pop up.
And now Kinsler, who walked, was wild pitch to second, passed ball to third, and then scored on the Pujols single. Infield playing back. Strike. 1-1 to Kinsler.
Going inside. And the ball down and away.
That's the thing. I mean, you know, it's frustrating, I'm sure, for Garver to catch what he has seen so far, because there's no command at all within or without of the out of the strike zone.
We kind of saw it with Maldonado in game 1 with Richards on the mound.
Yeah,
kind of took a beating back there.
1-1 to Kinsler.
Garver sneaking inside.
That'll pop up.
Stay in here.
And Garver with room to squeeze it 2 away.
A couple good pitches by Romero, middle in, one to Young, and then right there to Kinsler. A big second out.
And your reward for getting the last 2 batters, you get to face Mike Trout with 2 men in scoring position. There's our DQ combination in the last 162 games. And Trout, of course, was out a year ago. He had the thumb injury, missed a good chunk of the season, but hitting .303 with 48 home runs over the last 162 games. Struck out on a check swing his first time up. Missing inside, ball 1. In your days, in situations like this, stretch or wind up?
I like the wind up myself. I felt more comfortable in the wind up. But Romero deciding to go in the stretch.
And a rocket hit to Morrison, positioned perfectly. And a double and a hit batter and a wild pitch, and through all of that, the Angels don't score.
Romero maybe about to see flying open, stay closed a little bit longer, allow that arm to catch up. Sometimes you got to be lucky in this game.
He's been lucky in this game.
Lucky. That's right.
He's been bad and lucky, and he's ahead 2-1.
That's right.
Here's Max Kepler to lead off the second. Kepler, Garver, and Cave facing Tropiano.
See, I like what Alston did right there too. You know, you want to talk to your starter or a pitcher during the ball game. I never wanted to be told after the ball game, boy, you were really flying open. I wanted to be told then. I like that.
Well, and you're dealing with a 23-year-old young pitcher who's still refining his mechanics and everything, so he should be receptive. But, you know, if it were ball hit right over the mound, and Cozart with a throw. If you're dealing with a Lance Lynn or an Odorizzi, then maybe, you know, the pitcher would be able to self-correct his mechanics and recognize what's happening while it's happening out there.
I don't care how many years you have in, That's what your pitching coach is there for, to remind you of little keys to keep you back into the strike zone, whether you're a rookie or you're a 20-year veteran.
One down, and now Mitch Garver, who's a rookie. And a first pitch strike. Angels leave after the ball game. They open up a series in Seattle.
That'd be a big series for the Angels. 3-game series. Houston and the Mariners are tied right now in the American League Western Division. And the Angels are 3.5 games behind both those teams.
With plenty of games left between the two teams, or the three teams head to head. 1-1 to Garver. Right off the end of the bat, and that will stay foul in the grass.
Yeah, one thing the Angels have done, they have played very well on the road this year. They are 20-10 on the road. And they're right around, well, 1 game under 500 in Anaheim.
They've had to deal with some injuries, and of course they're holding their breath to some degree with Ohtani's elbow injury, a grade 2 strain.
Yeah, they have 9 guys currently on a disabled list.
But yet veterans like Upton and Pujols and Kinsler have gotten some big hits in this series, and that's frankly what the Twins have been missing. You know, some of the guys they've been counting on, like Mauer. Sano's been hurt. He's still not back to what the Twins hope he will be. 2-2. Buxton's been out.
Ooh.
Good take, and it's 3-2. That's why what you said is absolutely true. The Twins are hoping that Morrison can get things turned around, because he would provide some of that veteran quality at bats that they hope to get from him.
And some of that punch that they were hoping to get, you know, early on. Well, he's still a long way to go, but home run number 7 on the year. He had 38 last year.
And Garver has brief words with Bruce Dreckman after taking a called third strike.
Tropiano picking up his first strikeout. So fastball down in the zone. Good pitch. 91 miles an hour.
2 down in the second, and now Jake Cave. Cave called up in time for yesterday's game. Twins felt they could get through yesterday's game and today's game with a 12-man pitching staff. Off day tomorrow. We'll be curious to see whether Cave is with the team when they hit the road and go to Detroit Tuesday. Actually go to Detroit Monday to play starting on Tuesday.
Cave has 1 major league hit in 10 at bats, and that was that 2-run home run that he hit against the Brewers.
And to some degree he is here because Zach Granite has been either hurt or ineffective, and the two might be completely connected. Remember, Granite hurt his shoulder late in spring training, trying to make a diving catch, and I guess he made the catch from memory. But Zach's not hitting when he's playing, and he's been hurt, and so the opening existed for another left-handed hitting outfielder, and voila, we have Jake Cave.
And Cave will give you a little more power than Granite will.
And Cave takes a called third strike, and Tropiano enjoys a 1-2-3 second inning. diverse landscape in each golf course you visit. Whichever course you choose, a new personality and challenge awaits. According to the Minnesota Golf Association, the state boasts more than 500 golf courses, and every last one of them has too much water. Find endless ideas for the perfect getaway at exploreminnesota.com. Share your favorites with #OnlyInMN.
Wow, beautiful views.
I try to play some golf tomorrow. Team isn't leaving till later in the day, and I think I know where my golf clubs are at.
Yeah, you don't play much during the
I used to play a lot, but it's just seems like I show up more for work here earlier for work than I used to, and yeah. Anyway, we may try it tomorrow. See what the weather's like.
Hit them straight. Have fun.
Right, foul. I will do one, but probably not both. I will have fun, but I will not hit them straight.
Oh yes, you will. I played golf with you before. You're very good.
I used to be decent. I used to be pretty good. Single-digit handicap and all that. You have to play. It's like the piano. You have to play to be any good at it.
Yes, you do.
I'll hit a few wrong notes tomorrow. 2 strikes to Upton. Pujols and Valbuena will follow. Upton walked in an erratic, to be kind, first inning for Fernando Romero, and so far here against a dangerous hitter, he's done nothing but throw strikes.
Yeah, 26 pitches in the first, only 13 last inning. Looked out of that jam.
Upton, Pujols, Valbuena, with Romero trying to protect a 2-1 lead. Just off the plate. One thing too, I mean, now we just saw 97 miles per hour. The fastballs earlier on were 93, and I'm wondering whether in staying more closed.
That's what I've been watching the last 3 or 4 pitches. That left shoulder, if he keeps that in, allows that arm to catch up, and all of a sudden there comes some more velocity.
And a strikeout of Upton, 1 down.
And strikeout number 3. So that left shoulder, you see, keep it in there, and that allows that right arm to catch up. So you pitch like a pendulum swings back and forth. And if you're open up, it's hard for your arm to catch up. Just those little things. Stay back, stay tall, work out front.
Well, we got a long ways to go, but that little video clip of Garvin Alston, you know, trying to reinforce some tightening of the mechanics might be what turns Romero's day around here.
I think when you're young, or even if you're a veteran, sometimes you get out to your adrenaline is low and you haven't pitched in 5 days. You want to do well, and you're almost overamped at the beginning of a game. That's why the first couple, 2-3 innings are so important for a pitcher to find it and then relax. Okay, now I know what's working and what's not.
2 strikes to Pujols. And beaten foul. Seems to me, and I don't check the velocity readings on every pitch, but every fastball that he's thrown here in the 3rd inning is faster than anything he threw in the first 2 innings. And he's ahead of Pujols 0-2. High fly to right. Kepler towards the line. Out number 2.
Yeah, that wind blowing in from right field. So.
Cheer on the Twins. They'll take on the Rangers Friday, June 22nd. The first 10,000 fans get a Nothing Falls But Raindrops Buxton bobblehead presented by Pentair. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets to learn more. And our hope is that by Friday, June 22nd, the real thing, the real Byron Buxton, might be out in center field. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Valbuena with the bases empty and 2 down. 96 with some movement.
Romero has thrown 10 pitches this inning, 9 for strikes. So it's maybe a click, something that Garvin Alston said. So far, so good. Just off the plate, but look at that, 96 miles an hour.
I talked with Romero, I don't know, a week or so ago. And I asked him about his history with his velocity. And he said that at Chattanooga last year, he touched 100 miles per hour, and he expected to get that back sometime this year. and it sounds great, but of course the Twins and Garvin also would be at the head of the line trying to tell him, look, 95 is plenty hard, just locate it.
Right, exactly. That breaking ball just missing the outer part of the plate. He went through the Tommy John. Romero did back in June of 2014, missed all of 2015.
Two and two. Cleveland behind Corey Kluber ahead of Detroit 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning in Detroit. I'm guessing the American Dental Association probably doesn't approve of cotton candy, but who cares? It tastes good, right?
Yeah. Can't beat the sugar in it.
Look at that.
Wow. Melts in your mouth.
Swing and a miss. And a very good inning for Fernando Romero. A couple of strikeouts and a 1-2-3 trip through the 3, 4, and 5 batters.
Which is one of the leading wineries in the Midwest. The winery is a National Historic Site that sits on a scenic hillside overlooking the Wisconsin River and is comprised of 27 acres of French-American hybrid grapes. Bullersheim combines history, tradition, and innovation to continue the legacy of making distinctive regional wines. Guys?
Wait a minute. Wine is served in bottles? Really? One strike to Adrianza. And then Grossman and Rosario in the Twins' third. And fouled away. Two strikes. Adrianza, the shortstop, hitting ninth.
Adrianza been swinging a better bat as of late, picking up some extra base hits. 12 doubles on the year with his 2 home runs.
Up and away. Well, the Twins got a couple of runs in the first inning on the Morrison home run, and Tropiano looked almost erratic as Romero did. Then he came back and had a quick 1-2-3 second. And the Twins will love here in the third inning to make him sweat a little bit. Get some guys on base.
Tropiano, 27 years old, originally signed by the Astros out of Stony Brook University in New York. Same university Joe Nathan, our Twins closer, attended.
And now a full count to the number 9 batter. And Grossman on deck.
Tropiano getting traded to the Angels back in November of 2014 for then Angels catcher Hank Conger.
This one hit well deep to the left field corner. Upton chasing it and making a nice foul ball catch.
Very nice catch by Upton.
We saw Upton cut off a ball, a base hit in the gap going the other way yesterday. He can still move.
Well, that ball looked like it was trouble right off the get-go, but Upton in foul territory, and that wall approaching. Upton makes a nice catch, great concentration by Justin Upton. As he gets that wall, moves the fence over a little bit. Big strong man.
First time up, Grossman hit a ball pretty well to Upton in left field. 4 and out. Strike on the outside corner. Another one hit to left. Routine play. Upton now has to come in because the wind, as Bert mentioned, coming in from all fields. Out number 2. Sanford Health injury report. Yoenis Cespedes has a strained right hip. Masahiro Tanaka with strained hamstrings from running the bases. Came in from third base and then reported tightness in both hamstrings in both legs. 2 down, and now Rosario walked and scored in the first. Up and in, ball 1.
Yeah, how about the Yankees in Boston? My goodness, is that a race or what? I mean, Yankees are playing .700 baseball, and Boston .677.
And one of those teams is going to have a wild card game. The ball stroked to the first baseman. Fernandez with the catch. 7 in a row now, retired by Tropiano after the Morrison home run. Money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. By Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. And by Sling. Live TV you love, only better. Final game of an 11-game homestand. Twins hoping to finish it at 6-5. They have a 2-1 lead. Zach Cozart will lead off the 4th. He swings and misses at Romero's first offering. Cozart, Fernandez, and Maldonado in the Angel 4.
10 of 15 first pitch strikes for Romero.
Fouled away. He looks like a completely different pitcher than he looked like in the first 2 innings.
How many times have we seen a starter struggle, early on and then get into a good groove? So maybe the suggestion by Alston right there paid dividends. Everybody likes dividends.
I think I suggested, and I of course don't know what Paul Molitor and Garvin Alston are thinking, but I suggested in the second inning after the second wild pitch, after the hit batter, that they might have to get the bullpen fired up because it was bad. And now suddenly he's pretty good again. 1-2 to Kozar.
Oh, got him. Second hit batsman. That ball looked like it slipped out of his hands.
The leadoff man is on after having retired 6 men in a row.
Talk about the wild pitch of that breaking ball. Just ended up hitting the back of Kozart as he trots to first. That's 6 hit batsmen already for Romero.
If it was a breaking ball, it didn't break much. It might have been a changeup. At any rate, Kozart's in first, and now Jose Fernandez, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. Into the right field corner. Kozart rounding second on his way to third. The ball stays in the corner, and so they're going to wave the runner around, and it is an RBI double, and the second double in as many swings for Jose Fernandez.
And Fernandez picking up his first major league RBI. One thing I notice about Fernandez the first 2 ball games, he does not get cheated. Has that little bit of a high leg kick and a good solid swing right there. Remember, we saw him tumble in yesterday's ball game over the glove of Morrison into the corner. Kozar and his speed scores the tying run.
Well, now Romero going to have to pitch out of this situation. The game has already been tied this inning, and now the Angels threatening to take the lead. Runner at second, nobody out. That's what the situation the Angels had in the second when Maldonado got hit by a pitch. And then Romero got the next 3 batters, and the Angels never did score. Down and away, ball 1. Just like that, now Romero's struggling again.
What you want to do right here, if you're Maldonado, you want to try to hit that ball toward the right field side of the infield.
It's not conceding an out. If you make an out in that direction, you stand a real good chance of advancing the runner anyway.
That's what Lamar tried to do yesterday.
Drilled to center, and Cave will field it on the first hop. First and third, nobody out. The Angels making a lot of noise at the bottom of their order here.
Well, ball left up right there, Maldonado.
It's just right down the middle again.
Yeah. Right back up.
Replay brought to you by Dodge. And now Young popped up to Escobar for the first out. And there were runners at second and third, and nobody out at the time.
Third mound visit for the Twins already. Second time Garver has gone out to talk to his pitcher.
And just since it's new for everybody, you don't reset even if you change pitchers. So 4th inning, 3 mound visits, and the Twins will have to limit them from here on out, even if they change their pitcher. First and third, nobody out. Missing. Ball 1. Misses 2-0.
They kind of flew open on that. So, one time last inning we talked about and praised Romero on keeping that left shoulder in. That last one, you could almost see him open up. I think Garvin Alston going to make a little phone call out to that bullpen.
Drilled to center, and Cave makes the catch, and the throw comes through, and the runner doesn't advance. So a sacrifice fly, a very well hit ball by Young. And Fernandez scores, and the Angels have the lead.
Well, Young picking up just his 6th run batted in on the year. Cave did the right thing right there. He threw the ball in the infield. Morrison and the runner at first, Maldonado, he went about halfway. So he was not going to be able to advance anyway, but Young does drive in the go-ahead run.
1 down, and now Kinsler walked and scored in the first, fouled out to Garver in the second. Maldonado not much of a threat to steal. Romero should be able to focus on Kinsler, and he gets ahead of him. Strike 1. Better fastball in a better spot.
We mentioned earlier he's had 3 double plays turned behind him. See if he can get a ground ball right here. I got Romero with no ground balls yet for an out. Everything's been hit in the air.
Yep.
5 fly ball outs, no ground ball outs.
There's a ground ball, and it skips into center field. A rocket off the bat of Kinsler. And everything has been hit very, very hard here in this 4th inning. Join the Twins season ticket holder family today. Get the best seats at the best price and be instantly enrolled in the Sweet Spot Benefits and Rewards program. Benefits include a 10% discount on food, beverage, and merchandise, early entry on select dates to watch Twins batting practice, and a lot more. Visit twinsbaseball.com/season tickets to learn more, and another trip to the mound. Twins will be left with 2 here.
Well, this trip I think was by Paul Molitor to have him go out to make sure whoever's in the bullpen give him a couple extra throws. And McGill getting loose. Matt McGill.
It's been like a blinker in a car for Romero. It's off, it's on, it's off, it's on.
Garver kind of looking in the dugout. Walking back slowly. Giving McGill 3 or 4, 5 extra pitches to warm up. Remember, you get 8 when you come out to that mound if they are going to make a move.
Gonna let it ride with Trout. Threw the Trout at bat. Trout has struck out against Romero and lined out to Morrison to end the 2nd inning and strand a couple of runners in scoring position. On the outside corner. A hit batter. A solid double. A couple of solid singles and a line out for a sacrifice fly. This after Romero had set down 6 men in a row. Swing and a foul. 1-2. Angels out hitting the Twins 5-1. The only Twins hit a 2-run home run by Morrison. It's deep down the right field line, foul into the seats. Oh, 2 to Mike Trout.
Big out right here for Romero.
Big pair of outs if he can get a ground ball hit at somebody. And now 2-2. Trout struck out on that pitch when he could not check his swing in the first inning. Foul. Just kind of curious the way the Twins have their infield set up. If Trout hits a ground ball to Morrison, he had a line drive to him last time, where he's positioned, where the play would be. It might be third base. 2-2 to Trout. I mean, his chances of, well, he could not cover the bag, and Trout runs so well, Trout probably would beat Romero, so you're not going to get a double play.
No, you're looking for a force out at either third or second.
Yeah, so infrequently do we see a first baseman get to use his throwing arm, but I'm sure Morrison's thinking about it. Look, if it's hit to me, where am I going to go? Because I can't possibly get back to the first base bag. 2-2. And a foul ball inside. In fact, if there's a ground ball hit to, say, Adrianza at short, Morrison's going to have all he can do to get back to the bag before Trout gets there. That's a long way off the first base bag for a first baseman to play. Just wide of the bag at third.
Trout having a long at bat here, fouling off some pitches. This will be pitch number 10 in this at bat for Mike Trout.
And that means McGill's had plenty of time to warm up if in fact this is his last batter, Romero's last batter. 2-2. Again. Another foul.
Oh, nice grab.
Oh.
Wow.
Barehanded, one-handed.
Who needs a glove? Oh, Jesus.
Look at this catch.
To us, our right. He stood up and barehanded it. Big old pause.
Another 2-2 to Mike Trout. Finally, he struck him out at 97 miles per hour. And now decision time for Paul Molitor. Perhaps taking him out, perhaps letting him pitch to Upton.
Trout fouled off a lot of pitches, as we're showing you right there. And then finally on that high fastball, Trout swings through it.
I think you're an advocate of letting young pitchers fight their way through trouble.
Amen. That's something that they don't do, I think, enough in the minor leagues.
Well, Romero will have a chance here.
In the big leagues. Get out of it.
Missing outside, ball one. Upton has walked and struck out. '80th pitch of the ball game for Romero. Is it just mechanics? I mean, we didn't see 96-97 earlier this inning. Now we're seeing 96-97 again.
Some hiccups, you know, along the way. Maybe trying to be too fine. Now letting it go, airing it out. You can still see at 80 pitches, still 95, 96 miles an hour. Definitely has the arm strength.
95 and a foul ball, and Romero is one good pitch away from stranding two more Angel runners. Angels have taken the lead here, but it's just a one-run lead.
He struck out Upton in the 3rd inning.
One and two from Romero to Upton. Up the middle, and Escobar is right there. And Romero pitches pretty well to Trout and Upton to keep the damage somewhat to a minimum.
Start to the season is officially behind Arizona's Paul Goldschmidt. After a 2-home run night on Friday, he followed it up with another one last night. The first of his night traveled the projected 450 feet to right center field. That makes it the longest opposite field home run by a right-handed hitter in the StatCast era. Guys, since May 22nd, his average has jumped 52 points. He's certainly a huge part of the Diamondbacks' recent hot streak to hold on to the lead in the NL West.
Well, thank you, Audrey. Yeah, the Diamondbacks have pretty much worked their way to the top of the division without him, but now they've got him, and that's the type of turnaround that the Twins are hoping to see from Sano, Buxton when he comes back. Productive hitters. Neither Sano nor Buxton have the resume that Goldschmidt has, but they're trying to, or they're hoping that they'll be getting what they got last year from Sano and Buxton very soon when they're both back in the lineup.
It's surprising that the longest home run was hit in Colorado.
One strike to Escobar, leading off the Twins' fourth. Tropiano now pitching with a 1-run lead. And now a ball, 1-1. I bet you'd like what has been talked about, taking the humidor that they first used in Denver, and then they've used it now in Arizona, and make it standard in all 30 ballparks to make the baseballs more uniform from ballpark to ballpark.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never.
Well, the idea is to control the flight of the ball a little bit. You're in favor of that, aren't you?
I like home runs. Boy, Upton has been busy out there.
Twins have hit some pretty well hit balls. Second line drive that Escobar's hit out there. One away in the fourth.
I think fans want to see home runs. You know, when Morrison hit his.
That's why you gave up 50 in 1 year.
You're darn right, yeah. And only 46 the next.
Well, Morrison hit one with a man aboard in the first inning to put the Twins in front.
He jumped on that first fastball. 7th home run of the year now with 21 runs batted in. See if he can repeat that.
See, I'm of the belief that your record of 50 home runs
never be broken.
And I think it will. I think it will. But the record of 96 over 2 years will be untouchable.
Nobody will ever pitch 270 innings again.
It won't take that long. It won't take that long. 220 innings. Somebody will give up 51.
Well, I'm gonna if it comes close, I'm gonna travel around.
Like Lou Brock did with Ricky Henderson. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And sit out in the outfield seats, right? You wouldn't want to sit in the,
hope I catch it.
Champions Club seats here or something like that.
Oh, they don't allow me down there anyway.
Statute of limitations has expired on that little incident, hasn't it? 1-1 to Morrison. Just one hit for the Twins, and it was Morrison's home run. And now outside 2-1. Should explain to Twins viewers that the Twins are heading out on the road, but now you're heading on your own little road trip, right?
I'm off for about 3 weeks. Yeah. I'm going to go to Denver, see a couple of grandbabies there. My daughter.
You're working with Jack Morris on the road trip. 2-1, and Morrison a one hopper to the short right fielder Kinsler. 2 down. We'll bring up Sano. The 2018 FIFA World Cup is coming to Fox and FS1 with every match live and over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event just 4 days away, only on Fox and FS1. Sano had a 3-0 count with 2 outs and the bases empty in the first. He got the green light and hit a pop-up in foul ground caught by Fernandez.
Trapiano now has retired 9 straight Twins.
Down and away, ball 1. Swing. 1-1.
Oh, he's changing speeds well.
And that is what really is befuddling Sano at the plate these days, the change of speed. Having a tough time with his pitch recognition. High and deep to right field. Going back is Young. And making the catch on the warning track. And it's a 1-2-3-4. 10 in a row set down by Tropiano. And now he's got a 1-run lead. Pepsi fans of the game enjoying the food at Target Field, the pleasant day, cloudy, but no threat of rain, at least we hope not. Strike one to Albert Pujols, and Fernando Romero is out there to hopefully start and finish the 5th inning. Pitch count over 80 pitches thrown, as you see. Foul back. 0-2. Pujols poked a single, driving in a run in the 1st inning, poked it to center field, then he hit a fly ball to Kepler. One and two. There are 3 more seasons left. A mega contract signed by Albert Pujols with the Angels. Signed through 2021.
They signed that 10-year contract back in December of 2011.
Well to right center. Cave, and it is Kepler with the call in to catch. One away. And that'll bring up Valbuena. Valbuena struck out twice in the ball game.
Five strikeouts for Romero. Only 1 walk, and that was an intentional walk. But he's hit a couple batters.
A couple wild pitches, a pass ball. Strike one. Valbuena threatening to bunt. Now Taylor Rogers is getting loose. In the 4th inning, it was Matt McGill. Well, it's been a reminder for me, and maybe an eye-opening experience for some of our viewers, but it sure seems like the mechanics, in addition to refining his control, proper mechanics have been the difference between a substandard fastball and above average fastball in terms of velocity.
Yeah, it's been in and out for Romero. Started out, and then it got in. Now that last inning was out again, and so far this inning, he's back in.
Hooked foul into the netting.
Again, thank you, Major League Baseball, for putting that netting up at all these ballparks. Fans are so, the ballparks are so fan friendly. Fans are right on top of the playing field.
1-2 to Valbuena. Alfredo Griffin, you know,
forgot about the netting.
In his prime, in his playing days, he would have no problem flipping the ball over the netting, but he's hit it twice. Now he hands it around the corner.
Say, I'm sorry.
1-2. And that's hanging in the air to right field. Kepler racing in and makes a nice catch for out number 2.
Nice catch by Kepler right there.
We'll bring up Kozar. Target Field suites are available for single game rental for groups of 16 to 150 plus. You can choose from the intimate Premier Suites, flexible Event Suites, luxurious Puckett Suite, or the spacious Skyline Suites. No matter which you choose, food and beverage is included with every purchase. Learn more at twinsbaseball.com/groups or call 800-33-TWINS to schedule your suite at Target Field. Up and in to Kozar.
It was Kozart that he hit to start last inning. The 2-run rally for the Angels.
3 hits followed, 2 Angel runs resulted. And now under the glove of Romero, and it's picked up by Escobar, who makes the play. And it's a 1-2-3-5 for Fernando Romero. and adventures for the whole family. From the amazing water park to the indoor theme park, Kalahari offers an array of attractions for children of all ages. Plus, with amenities such as Spa Kalahari and Salon, exceptional dining options, and championship golf, Kalahari goes beyond your expectations. Max Kepler will lead off the Twins' fifth, hoping to get Tropiano into the stretch. He just threw a few pitches from the stretch in the first inning after the walk to Rosario. And then after the Morrison home run, he's retired 10 men in a row. Inside, nearly hit him ball one.
Yeah, Tropiano making his 10th start of the year, again the second against the Twins. Got a no decision in his first outing in Anaheim. 6 innings, gave up 3 runs in that 12-inning Twins win.
Drifts wide, 2-0.
Tropiano's actually pitched better on the road than he has at home. This is his 5th road start. His first 4 starts on the road, 3-1, 2.55 earned run average. At home in Anaheim, 0-2, 6.12 in 5 starts. It's funny how that goes, you know.
Yeah.
Gibson has had a tough time here. He's pitched better on the road. Barrios has pitched better here at Target Field than on the road.
Strike called, 3-1. Tropiano's walked 1 man, a 5-pitch walk to Rosario in the first, and a couple of at-bats later, the Twins had their 2-run home run from Morrison. 3-1 to Kepler. And there is a 5-pitch walk to Kepler.
Base runner.
So now Tropiano will go to the stretch, and Mitch Garver will hit for the Twins.
Second walk by Tropiano.
Hey, we mentioned the Angels are going west to play the Seattle Mariners this afternoon. The Golden Gopher baseball team is flying back east. Want to congratulate John Anderson's crew for a great run, losing to a powerhouse Oregon State team last night in the Super Regional. That Oregon State team, I think the draft proved it if it needed to be proven. They got a lot of talent on that team. Here is Garver, and special tip of the cap, even though I'm not wearing one, to Rob Fornacier, John Anderson's right-hand man for 33 years with the Gopher baseball program, retiring. And what a way to go out. A great run for the Gophers this year in the season and postseason.
Congratulations.
1-0 to Garver. Twins trying to recapture the lead here in the 5th inning. Garver called out on strikes his first time up. Taken low, ball 2.
You see that sinking fastball, 6 double plays turned behind.
Mike Scioscia squawking about this one for good reason.
Yeah, good pitch.
Foul wide of third. 2-1. Twins have 100 games left after today. And I don't think, well, I know no one in the organization is happy with how the team has played so far, but there still is plenty of time to get things turned around.
Well, they need to put some winning streaks together. Hopefully they'll start today and then take that momentum on the road with them when they go to Detroit and Cleveland.
Homestand started with the Twins responding, with the Indians starting to pull away, and the Twins won the last 3 games. They'll have a chance with the Indians in Cleveland again next weekend. But those series against the team you're trying to catch only matter if you take care of business in the other series. 2-1 to Garver. And
just getting back.
Fernandez is not the most experienced first baseman. And watch where he caught the ball here. And it took him a long time to get the glove over for the tag.
Well, again, you know, when you're playing toward the infield or the home plate side, you know, a base stealer or a runner wants to go to the outfield side of the bag, exactly what Kepler did.
At least here, Fernandez has his right foot at the bag. What we saw both Friday and yesterday, he was receiving the pickoff throw in front of the bag and then reaching behind him.
Kepler at first base, only one stolen base attempt, and that was unsuccessful.
2-1. Kepler goes on a hit and run, and Garver misses. Doesn't make contact, and Kepler's out easily at second base.
Well, Maldonado behind the plate, outstanding arm, and a good job by Kinsler because he had to get that little short hop.
It'll go as a caught stealing, but that was not a stolen base attempt. Kepler looking in. And Garver's job there is to put the ball in play. We saw Kinsler cover the stolen base attempt, and Garver was supposed to hit the ball behind him. And now he does into the corner, and a fair ball. Garver will round first and go to second. So there's a runner at second with one out, but it's Garver, not Kepler.
Tropiano again came up with, looked like a pitch out over the plate, and Mitch Garver just took it that way. See, Maldonado wants that ball actually off the plate, a fastball, and that ball just stays fair, as Fernandez is double did in the second inning down the left field line.
Now the tying run at second, and Cave, who was called out on strikes, his first time up. And that's rolled to the right side and through. Garver will round third and come home to score. So Cave drives in a big run, and we're tied at 3.
They found that hole between first and second, and Young was shading him toward right center, so Garver could score easily. So Cave picking up his third major league RBI. Pull that ball. Kinsler can't even dive at that ball. Hit sharply.
And not unlike the Pujols RBI hit for the Angels, where hitters fooled by the pitch, but you just find a way to put the barrel of the bat on it, and sometimes good things will happen. Here's Adrianza. Cave can run, and we'll see if the Twins are aggressive with him now that they have tied the game. He's got a decent lead at first. And Adrianza squares. Maldonado bluffs a throw to first.
Cave on Rochester stole 4 bases in 6 attempts.
Valbuena is in on the grass. There's one out. And the Angels are preparing for an Adrianza bunt here, almost as if there's no one out. Down the right field line, fair. Cave rounds second. He'll go to third. He's going to be waved around. The ball fumbled in the corner. The Twins take the lead, and Adrianza ends up at third base.
Yeah, Young had a little trouble getting that ball in, and the speed of Cave, he scores the go-ahead run right now. And Adrianza picks up his 10th run batted in.
Tropiano hasn't retired a batter yet this inning.
Well, sinker that went away, but the ball caromed down there, got underneath the glove of Young. By the time he could retrieve it, Cave scores from first base, and Adrianza makes it over to third. Waiting to hear if that's a double or a triple for Adrianza. It's an RBI. That's the most important thing.
The Twins are back in front, and it is absolutely imperative that Grossman get Adrianza in here. They give Adrianza a triple and a run batted in.
For Adrianza, his first triple of the year, and the 7th triple for the Twins.
And Bedrosian getting loose. Grossman with 2 flies to left field. He'd like to do exactly that again here in his 5th inning plate appearance. Infield in. Twins up a run. And missing inside, ball 1. Now 2-0. Now Maldonado bluffs a throw to third. Rosario on deck. Sun breaking through. It's turned into a gorgeous afternoon. Grossman trying to expand the Twins lead. Green lighted, and he fouled it back.
Good swing right there. Fouled it straight back.
A couple of times we've seen Paul Molitor with the team tied or with the lead giving the green light. Earlier we saw Sano pop out. Grossman got a good pitch to hit. He just spun it to the screen. Three and 1 to Grossman. There's ball 4, and Rosario will come to the plate with runners on the corners. And again, Tropiano has not retired a batter this inning.
And here comes Mike Scioscia.
It's amazing how quickly fortunes can change as a pitcher. Tropiano entered this inning having retired 10 men in a row, and he hasn't gotten one batter out of 5 that he's faced. Pitching change for the Angels with the Twins in front. The right guy at the plate with 2 men on base.
Well, he loves the guitar. He loves to swing the bat over his last 17 ball games, hitting an even 400. 5 home runs. He's driven in 16 runs, and he scored 11. So Rosario, a big part of the offense that has been red hot.
think we determined that 5 was the crookedest number, didn't we? Or did we determine 4 was?
I think 5. You said 4 had too many right angles.
Well, at any rate, there are 2 men on, and Rosario, who's gotten 4 singles in this series, will face Cam Bedrosian.
Yeah, Bedrosian making his 31st relief appearance, 26 in the 3rd innings. He's allowed 30 hits, 4 home runs, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's in his 5th season with the Angels.
1st and 3rd, only 1 out. And Rosario takes down and in a ball. Rosario walked and scored in the 1st inning. Then he lined out to Fernandez for the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. Hook foul between Jeff Smith and the line.
I'm sure Twin fans know the word Bedrosian. Cam's dad, Steve, was with the Twins in 1991 when the Twins won the World Series. His only year in a Twins uniform. Steve pitched 14 years in the big leagues, won a Cy Young back in 1987 with the Phillies.
1-1 to Rosario. Foul back. Homestand started with the Indians here, and of course their pitching coach Carl Willis was a part of the Twins bullpen in 1991. 1-2 to Rosario, looking for his first extra base hit of this series.
I think the first 3 pitches breaking balls by Bedrosian. Fastball in the mid-90s. Another breaking ball.
Twins have learned the hard way through so many of their 1-run losses. Again, they're 3-13 in 1-run games this year. The importance of getting that runner in from 3rd with less than 2 out. Twins wasted a leadoff double in the ball game yesterday. Ended up costing them the ball game. Now Adrianza at 3rd, and there is a runner at 1st, only 1 out. And Rosario's job is to make sure the Twins get at least 1 more run here. 2-2. And a called 3rd strike.
After 4 straight hard breaking balls, Bedrosian throws that fastball down in the zone, picks up a big strikeout. See a sequence of pitches, all the breaking balls, then the fastball.
Get hypnotized with all the off-speed stuff, and then 96 beats you at the knees. And now Escobar will try to pick up his teammate. He hit 2 line drives to the left fielder Upton against Tropiano. Down the line, fair, right on the chalk line. Adrianza scores. Grossman will be held. Another double for Eduardo Escobar. And the Angels may want to take a look at that. First base umpire Roberto Ortiz was about 30 feet from where that ball landed.
Well, we saw Garver this inning run double down the right field line that just stayed fair. This one hooking.
Ooh. Let's take another look. Now, doesn't look like the Angels are going to challenge it.
That might give us the best look right there.
Yeah.
Boy, it got part of the chalk line.
Big pick-me-up double for Escobar and a 2-run Twins lead, and now Morrison. Roller left side. And a high throw, and stretching is Fernandez to make the play. Morrison retired, but the Twins take the lead by scoring 3.
inning at Target Field. When it comes to favorite baseball memories for Jake Cave, it's hard to top that home run in his major league debut, but he did have another special moment just a few days ago in AAA. He got to meet one of his childhood idols, who is none other than Michael Kadire. They're from the same area in Virginia, and so Cave always heard about him when he was a kid and followed him throughout his career. Now, Kadire was visiting the Rochester clubhouse while they were playing in Norfolk last week, and Cave was able to pick his brain, get some pointers, but he says the most impactful part of the conversations was about the mental aspect of the game. Things like keeping a level head, not getting discouraged through the ups and downs of baseball, and appreciating every opportunity. He said, of all the pointers and conversations he's had, that is one that's going to stick with him. He said, I always heard that Michael Kadire was a class act. He was that and more. And that's not a surprise to anybody, I think, guys.
No, not at all. Thank you, Audra, very much. Yeah. Cave from Hampton, Virginia.
Taylor Rogers in the game to pitch. He'll pitch to Jose Fernandez and presumably Martin Maldonado and Chris Young. 7, 8, and 9 batters. Rogers has been pretty good over his last 4 games. Hasn't given up a run, and he delivers a strike.
Well, Taylor Rogers with that good fastball, low 90s, mid 90s, big curveball, sharp at times. He'll use that as his changeup also.
1-1. And Fernandez has had himself a good series, certainly a good game with a pair of doubles, 1 down each foul line. Now Rogers gets ahead of him 1-2.
Well, after that swing at that breaking ball, you almost have to go again. Fernandez right on top of the plate. We'll lift that right knee up.
Another breaking ball foul.
Too much of the plate right there.
Indians beat the Tigers 9-2. Right now the Tigers are 5 games back rather. And the Twins are 6 games back of Cleveland. 1-2 from Rogers to Fernandez.
There it is.
With the breaking ball.
There it is. Those are little things that you have to see and notice on certain guys' swings. The previous breaking ball, I think he tried to come back with that one that he threw 3 pitches ago. This is a better one right here. See, off the plate. Fernandez wants to swing the bat. He misses that by a foot, but Rogers picks up a strikeout.
Maldonado was hit by a pitch in the second, delivered a single in the fourth.
Yeah, that win today by Corey Kluber, his 10th of the year. So he's having another Cy Young type year.
High fly right center field. Kepler out number 2. We'll bring up Chris Young. In today's Minnesota Lottery Winners Circle, we're celebrating Andy's 15th wedding anniversary and his 38th birthday. Andy, today is your day. He won $100 in scratch tickets for being featured. Congrats. Are you game? Say, I'm in. Now, getting married on your birthday. You'd never forget your wedding anniversary, would you? You better not.
Better not.
I know you wouldn't. If you got married on April 6th.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you're what, March 1st?
Yeah. I was born in a leap year too. I mean, I could have been cheated out of 3 out of 4 of my birthdays because February 29th only comes around once every 4 years.
If you were born on the 29th, you'd be like what? 10 years old, right?
I'd be 15, yeah. Two strikes to the number 9 batter, Ryan Presley. Getting loose, or is loose. Twins are going to try to patch the last 4 innings together with relief help.
Yeah, both starters out of the ball game, so it's up to the bullpens.
And now 1-2. I became a father on Father's Day. That was pretty cool.
Hannah or
no, first Eric. No.
Eric?
No. 1-2 to Chris Young. It's hit to center, but Cave has him played and now has to retreat a little bit. Young's hit the ball hard here, but doesn't have much to show for it. The Twins have a 2-run lead.
With hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Beautiful day here, the final game of the homestand. The Twins in front by a couple of runs. 5-3 after a 3-run 5th inning. Twins sent 8 men to the plate. And now Sano will start the 6th inning.
You know, our Pizza Ranch key to the game, I said it would need multi-run innings, so they did a good job so far. 2 in the first and 3 in the 5th. Jim Johnson on the mound. He'll be asked to get 3 outs here in the 7th inning.
And Sano takes a fastball on the outside corner.
Bottom of the 6th.
Sano with a foul out on a 3-0 pitch in the 1st inning. Then he hit a warning track fly ball to right to wrap up the 4th. And now 0-2.
Johnson, a veteran pitcher, 13 major league seasons now. He was a closer in Baltimore for many years. Angels, this is his first year with the Angels.
Breaking ball strikes out Sano, and he's gone on 3 pitches.
Yeah, sinker slider for Johnson.
Reed now getting loose. Twins have had McGill warmed up. They've had Presley warmed up. Neither one's gotten into a game. Looks like Reed will get the 7th inning. Outside, a ball. Kepler with a bouncer to short and a walk. He was thrown out in a quotation marks stolen base attempt, but it was clearly a missed hit and run. Twins went on to go double, single, triple, walk. 1 out later, another double to score their 3 runs. Kepler takes another one out of the strike zone. It's 3-0. Took a strike. Seattle won another 1-run ball game today. They beat Tampa Bay 5-4. And Kepler will take a walk with 1 out here in the 6th.
That was Kepler's walk that started that rally last inning.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Twins app. You can customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Twins home screen icons and features like MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Here is Garver. Didn't make contact on the hit and run attempt, and then on the very next pitch doubled into the right field corner. Now behind Gene Glenn. 1 strike. Last meeting of the year between these two teams, and the Angels have already won the season series 4 games to 2 with the outcome of this game in the balance. Popped up center field. Long run for Trout. Cozart out. Upton coming in, and it's Upton, the left fielder, making the catch. Out number 2.
I was watching Cozart right there. He kind of lost the ball with the sun coming out brightly. And it was Upton, who has been busy. We've seen him go to the corner.
Over there.
This time he has to come hustling in, making a nice catch.
And now Jake Cave drove in a run with a single, later scored a run.
Watch a shortstop Cozart right there. He took his eye off the ball, and all of a sudden, oh, where is it?
Between the time that Johnson got the signal and delivered the pitch, the clouds moved over and the bright sunlight hit the field, and Cozart probably would have been able to track that ball if the clouds had remained. See if the Twins do anything with Kepler here. Cave hooked his base hit between the first baseman Fernandez and the second baseman Kinsler his last time up. So maybe the play here is keep Kepler in place in the hopes that he does that again. 1 strike.
Johnson, way back in 2012 and 13, when he was with the Orioles, he was the American League saves leader. 51 saves in 2012, 50 in 2013. Now kind of a setup man. Last year with the the Braves.
A strike. He was very good at his job back then with the Orioles, with 101 saves in 2 years, and he was kind of a Brandon Kinsler type of closer, a pitch to contact closer with the sinker ball. Kinsler put on the disabled list today by the Nationals.
Whoa, it looked like Kepler was he was leaning toward second. Yeah, Johnson, I remember, always fastball slider, but it seems like he's added a nice curveball, straight over the top type curveball.
1-2. And it is 2-2. When Johnson first led the league in saves back in 2012, 51 saves. He had 68 2/3 innings pitched, and he only struck out 41 batters. But he got a lot of ground balls and a lot of double plays. 2-2 to Cave. Kepler goes. The pitch is taken, and this time Kepler is safe with a stolen base. And I hope he didn't pull a quad with that hook slide.
Tried to keep that foot on the bag, which he was able to do. So Max Kepler, who was thrown out last inning, steals his first base of the year. Little short hop. Kinsler had to go up for it, and that allowed Max Kepler to get that left foot and keep it on the bag.
Well, the Angels may challenge. I don't think Kepler's foot ever came off the bag. And there will be no challenge. That's a heck of an athletic move by Kepler to have your leg bent like that, and somehow you have the quadriceps strength or whatever it takes to keep your foot on the bag. Now a hit to the outfield should add another run. 3-2 to Cave. There's a high blast to center field. Trout going back. This is back and gone. Jake Cave to the deepest part of the ballpark. A 2-run blast.
And his second major league home run.
That's impressive to hit it over the 411 marker.
A fastball and Cave, my goodness, showing off some strength right there.
Yeah, Johnson, because of his repertoire, doesn't give up many home runs, and Cave just got him for a 2-run home run in the 6th. The Twins lead by 4. Adrianza takes strike 1. Just the 4th home run allowed this year by Johnson. Big home run for Cave, and it came with 2 outs. 0-2 now to Adrianza. Spins him away. Breaking ball right back to Johnson. And a lob to first ends the inning. But Kepler's walk came in front of Cave's home run, and the Twins have doubled their lead. Runs in an inning.
You know, our Pizza Ranch, what did I want? Some multi-run innings. Twins did that in this first inning. Scored 2 to take a 2-1 lead. Then they scored 3 in the 5th. Thanks to some nice RBI hits. Adrianza's RBI triple. And then we just saw Jake Cave hit his second major league home run. Another 2 on the board in the 6th inning.
Now, in the interest of full and honest disclosure, you said multi-run innings early. Now, since when did the 6th inning become early?
It's 2/3 of the way done. We still got 9 outs to get.
Okay.
So to me, that's still early.
Okay.
It's early in the ball game.
Would Yogi Berra say it gets early? No, it gets late early there.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Nobody eats there anymore. It's too crowded.
There's Addison Reed to pitch to the Angels in the 7th. He'll face Kinsler, Trout, and Upton.
Yeah, Reed needs a good outing.
First pitch to the left center field. That'll die in front of Cave. And Kinsler's aboard with a leadoff single. It's been a rough go for Addison Reed as of late.
Yeah, too many home runs. He's given up 6 home runs out of the bullpen.
And 1 in 3 of his last 4 outings. So a leadoff single, and now Trout will bat. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. fouled away 1 strike. And again, so far, the Twins have pitched Trout awfully well in the season series. Didn't do much in Anaheim. Has 1 hit so far in this series. That a single.
Yeah, just 2 hits in 20 at-bats against the Twins staff.
Driven hard to right field, but Kepler is there. His second line out of the ball game. Earlier, he lined out to Morrison in the second. So that's part of it too. He's such a good hitter that when you do have a good run of success against him, been some well hit balls in that streak as well. And Friday night, Addison Reed in. Angels were already leading by a run, but Upton made it a 2-run lead. Outside, ball 1 to Upton. A walk, a strikeout, and a ground out so far here this afternoon. To right field and deep. Kepler back on the track, makes the catch, and Upton hits the ball hard for out number 2. Bring up Pujols. Tiger Woods is back, and he's ready to take on the greatest golfers in the world at the 118th U.S. Open. Live coverage begins June 14th from Shinnecock Hills on Fox FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Pujols with an RBI single in the first and a couple of fly balls to Kepler. Reed has completed 3 at-bats on just 5 pitches thrown, 3 well-hit balls. Actually, the softest hit ball is the one that landed for a base hit. Kinsler's leadoff single.
And hitters know what they'll get from Reed, either a good fastball or a hard slider. Goes across his body, working off the first base side of the pitching rubber.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
There's a slider.
Zach Duke pitched a good inning yesterday. Might get Valbuena, whether Valbuena hits here in the 7th or leading off the 8th. One and 1 to Pujols. 2-1. Twins will hit very likely against Oliver Drake in the bottom of the 7th inning. Drill foul. I've seen Reed's velocity drop down a little bit. That might be a contributing factor. Both he and Ryan Presley have been used an awful lot. Presley's pitched in 33 of the first 61 ball games. Reed in 30. Nice block by Garver. And it's 3-2. Kinsler at first, and Morrison will continue to hold him. Now you could hear him perhaps in the background, guys in the dugout telling Logan to play behind the runner, so he does that. Full count to Albert Pujols. Ball 4, he walks him. And Valbuena will hit. We'll see if the Twins make the move to Duke. And if they don't, the 2-run home run by Cave might be the main reason they don't make the move. So Valbuena will hit against the veteran Reed. Missing inside. Valbuena's actually had reverse splits, which is probably a bigger reason why the Twins didn't make the move. He's hitting just .217 against right-handers. and 304 against left-handers. Strike one, 1-1.
And left-handed hitters against Reed are hitting .333, 13 hits and 39 at-bats.
But this left-handed batter's had a tough time against righties.
Right. So who wins the battle here? We will find out. I'm pulling for Reed.
On the outside corner. And it's apparent that Duke was warming up in the event things extend to Fernandez. I think the Twins have learned that Fernandez can hit right-handed pitching pretty well, but he looked pretty foolish against Rogers. Let's hope he hits sometime in the 8th inning. 1-2 to Valbuena. And Reed finishes him off.
Reed wins.
And the Angels get a leadoff single and later a walk, but 2 men are left and the Twins still lead by 4. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Target Field. It is our pleasure to bring you God Bless America.
Fans, please rise and welcome 2018 Twins audition winner, 17-year-old Lauren Senden from North Mankato. She's going to lead us in the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. By Grant Casino, the best stories start here. And by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world. Twins trying to win the homestand and series finale. Things are looking good so far. 7-3 lead, and Robbie Grossman will lead things off.
And a new pitcher for the Angels. It'll be Oliver Drake, making just his second appearance for the Angels. his 17th appearance overall with Milwaukee, Cleveland, and the Angels all this year. Started the season with the Brewers, and then picked up and traded to Cleveland, and then the Angels claimed him off waivers at the end of May.
Grossman 0 for 2 with a walk, and he takes a fastball upstairs. Ball 1. Grossman, Rosario, and Escobar. Over the inside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, Drake straight over the top. 31 years old. Fastball, mid-90s, slider, split finger. Came up with the Orioles in 2015.
Bounce foul. 1-2.
Drake, 31 years old, signed by the Orioles back in 2008 out of the U.S. Naval Academy. Wow. Now you're talking about a guy straight over the top. Say you want to create that downward plane. Oh, he's way up there.
2-2 to Grossman. Just missed clipping the corner. And very high. Full count with Rosario on deck. Poke to right. Grossman gets his first base hit. Solid single to right on the 3-2 pitch. And that'll bring up Rosario.
Twins pick up their 7th hit. And their 6th hit in the last 2+ innings.
Replay brought to you by Carrier. And Grossman fooled by the pitch, but like Cave before him. Pujols way back at the start of the game. You can manage to put the barrel of the bat on it. Might end up with a base hit. So Grossman aboard, and now Rosario. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Out in front, strike 1.
Might have been a splitter right there.
Swing, but strike 2 is called on the corner.
Good pitch.
Oh, 2. And a 94-mile-per-hour fastball flicked foul.
Yeah, a lot of guys in their stretcher, their windup, they'll drop that ball, say, behind them, maybe belt level, that right arm. But you see Drake, he'll drop that right arm almost back to his right knee area.
And another 0-2 pitch to Rosario. Popped up in the air. Kinsler comes in near the infield grass, makes the catch.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
And now Escobar drove in an awfully big run in the 5th inning with a 2-out double.
That's what you want to see more of as the season goes on. Those big 2-out hits. That was a good at-bat by Escobar. After Rosario struck out, Escobar with that big 2-run double. Excuse me, RBI double.
We've mentioned a number of times throughout this homestand it's the longest homestand, and that's partially true. There's another big homestand coming up, an 11-gamer right before the All-Star break, and the Twins will have a chance. Now if they win today, that will improve their home record to 500. They'll be 17-17, and that's not going to get much done in terms of getting a postseason spot. But they've got an 11-gamer right before the break, 4 with the Orioles, 3 with Kansas City, 4 with the Rays, and all 3 of those teams aren't expected to be very competitive in the second half of the year. 1-1 to Escobar. Hernandez pulled foul. So if the Twins can do well on this road trip, and as you said, they need to either put together a substantial winning streak or just regularly win series. Either one will make things a whole lot better around here. But 3 with Detroit, and then 3 with Cleveland. Then the Twins are home with the Red Sox and the Rangers, and they go to Chicago for a week and play the White Sox and the Cubs and the Brewers, who are having a great year. And then that homestand that starts right after the 4th of July and takes the Twins all the way to the All-Star break. One and 2. Twins currently 7 games below the 500 mark.
And that's the key. They have to find a way to get back to 500. Win here today would make them 500 at home. But they're 6 games under 500 on the road.
No one is foolish enough to think that the Indians are going to languish around 500. They've played better baseball as of late. They won today, and now Cleveland's 5 games above the 500 mark. So yeah, there is some urgency to playing better baseball and winning more ball games, because the Indians look like they've figured some things out. 1-2 to Escobar. A drive to right field.
Oh no, not another double.
Escobar digging for second, his second double of the ball game. And it sends Grossman to third base with 1 out.
They got to pitch up right here and hit it sharply. Escobar, who came into the ball game tied with Abreu of the White Sox with 24, now has 26.
And Morrison with 2 men in scoring position. You can see with Abreu 1 behind Escobar. Justin Morneau holds the club record, 47 doubles in 2008. Morrison bounces it foul, 1 strike. Morrison clobbered a 2-run home run in the first. Since then, a couple of ground balls.
Yeah, infield in right here for the Angels, trying to cut down Grossman at third. Kinsler playing back a little bit at second base.
One strike to Logan Morrison. Big cut and a foul back. When I work with you, you talk about it. Work with Justin Morneau, LaTroy Hawkins, Roy Small, whoever I work with, they all talk about the need to make adjustments. Morrison made some last year, and now it seems like the other teams are adjusting to his swing to go upstairs to get more swings and misses and getting less and less solid contact.
Let's see what they do here. Now Drake has that split finger. Is that his strikeout pitch? And it is.
He struck him out. 2 down, and that'll bring up Sano.
Situations like this, you almost always, unless you have an overpowering fastball, go to that secondary pitch. What's your strikeout pitch? And you see the movement of that split finger down and away.
Sano hitless, 0 for 3, 1 strikeout, 1 warning track fly ball to right field. And I don't think Miguel Sano is a very confident hitter these days. And if he can come through here, it'll go a long way toward restoring his confidence. 2 in scoring position with 2 out. And a high fly to right field.
Right off the end of the bat.
And the Twins strand 2, and we head to the 8th with the Twins up by 4.
West Angels. It's back to the Central. The Twins hit the road for a series with Ron Gardenhire's Detroit Tigers. Join us Tuesday night at 5:30 right here on Fox Sports North.
7-3, Twins in front going to the 8th inning, and Zach Duke will face the Angels here in the 8th inning, starting with Zach Cozart. Then left-hand hitting Jose Fernandez and Martin Maldonado.
Yeah, when Duke was up in the bullpen, you mentioned, Dick, that he had a clean inning yesterday, and he did. A 1-2-3 top of the ninth through 14 pitches, 9 for strikes. 29th appearance overall for Zach Duke in his first season with the Twins.
4th such clean inning. And Duke has been an asset to the bullpen, and now he'll try to have a clean, quick, orderly 8th inning. Pitches outside, ball 1.
He faced Kozar in the 9th inning, got him the ground ball to hit a ground ball to third base for an out. Just like that.
Sano picks it up.
Deja vu.
Rockets his throw across the diamond, 1 away. And now the lefty Jose Fernandez, or will the Angels go to the bench here? Looks like they are. And the Angels are bringing off the bench Jeffrey Marte.
Marte making his first appearance for the Angels in this 3-game series. 1 hit and 6 at-bats as a pinch hitter. Marte in his 3rd season with the Angels. Came up with the Tigers in 2015. Utility type player for Mike Scioscia.
You look at the ERAs, and I know it's not the best measure for a relief pitcher because they don't throw many innings, but yet you look at the relievers, particularly the new ones that were brought on board. Duke's got an ERA of 3.32 coming in. McGill 1.31. Ryan Presley, and it's been a rough go for Ryan as of late, but as bad as it's been for him, just a 3.73 ERA. Reed 3.13. It went down today. Rodney 2.57. I mean, those are all respectable ERAs. There's a pop-up. And Escobar, who was playing on the other side of second base, has to race to where a second baseman would normally be to make the catch. 2 down.
And Morrison, who was standing right there, says, you know, Escobar, it's all yours, buddy.
Look where he started.
Yeah, you see where Morrison is right there.
He ended up catching the ball right behind where Morrison was standing. Now, Morrison ought to buy Escobar a skewer of meat at Fogo tonight.
You know, Dick, I think, you know, the cold weather in April, you know, we saw the bullpen struggle a little bit. But I think what we've seen going into last month and this month is that these guys know what their role is. They've all fit into their specific role, knowing they want to get to Rodney at the end. Like you mentioned, Duke's done a great job. I think the front office did a good job of bringing guys like Duke in, and Addison Reed and Fernando Rodney. And McGill has really been, he's been awesome since he was called up.
And even Duffy, the last couple times he's been up, he was dispatched because the Twins thought they could get by with just 12 pitchers. I don't know whether there'll be a change in that, a roster move before we get to Comerica Park Tuesday night. Bouncer to short.
Another clean inning.
Duke earns his keep again. Another good outing. A 1-2-3-8. Twins hoping to get their home record back to the 500 mark. And they did a nice job in the middle inning, scoring 3 runs in the 5th, a couple of runs in the 6th. And the batters here in the 8th will be Max Kepler, Mitch Garver, and Jake Cave, and Eduardo Paredes coming in for the 8th time. The number's not real flattering. We'll see what the Twins can do against him.
You know, he must have frequent flyer miles, because this is his 6th recall about 4 days ago from Salt Lake. Started the season in AAA. He's been up and down 6 times between Anaheim and Salt Lake.
Kepler takes a strike down and in.
Scouting report on Paredes, just 23 years old, out of Venezuela, in his 2nd season with the Angels. Good fastball, upper 90s, hard slurve slider, and a changeup.
There was a time early in my broadcast career, and I got it confirmed a few days ago from Paul Molitor, who was busy active in the Players Association, where there was a limit as to how many times a player could be sent up and down in his career. And as I recall it was 6 times. And then a team had to keep the player at the big league level once his 6 options were spent. Kepler with a drive left center field, up and over to make the catch, 1 away. That'll bring up Garver. Wednesday, June 20th, it's University of St. Thomas night at Target Field. And a limited number of St. Thomas theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket and a purple and gray Twins cap. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/St. Thomas or call 800-33-TWINS.
Yeah, but that's when you had options, you know, up and down. Now you get 3 options.
Well,
go up and down.
You get 3 years worth of options.
Right,
and sometime, I believe it was in the mid-'80s, it was changed to allow teams to option a player as many times, in Paredes' case 6 times in 1 year, and that is just 1 year's worth of options.
Right.
Garver at the plate, a double and a run scored in 3 trips. And just outside, 1-1. Now, I don't know from a player standpoint. I don't know whether the owner suggested it to the players. It was something that was collectively bargained, or the player said, "Hey, you know, we'll give this back for that." I now don't have any knowledge as to what the concession was to change it. There's a ball hit hard to center. A little drop in front of Trout. Garver has his 2nd hit. He's put the barrel on a couple of them here this afternoon. And that'll bring up Jake Cave, who homered his last time up.
He had a straightaway center out to the bullpen of the Angels. So this off of Jim Johnson. He got a fastball. That uppercut swing. Trout goes after it. He runs out of room. Look at that over the 4-11 sign. His 2nd major league home run. He's driven in 3 here this afternoon.
Big swing and a miss. Cave acquired from the Yankees late in spring training. Hit hard to center. Trout chasing it, and he won't get there. Cave has his 3rd hit. And Garver will be held at 3rd. Gene Glenn almost got trampled by the home plate umpire, Bruce Dreckman. So a good day at the plate. 3 solid hits for Jake Cave.
Mike Trout can't catch it. I don't know how many guys can. And Cave again, a ball left almost the same place he hit the home run as far as location. Mike Trout going back, leaping just over his glove.
Angels will bring the infield in here, and we'll see what, if anything, the Twins do other than ask Adrianza to swing away. The Twins have tried some squeeze plays this year. They've yet to have one work. Garver not the fleetest of foot at 3rd. He's the runner there. And Adrianza lines it foul. It was earlier in this homestand. Twins had Garver up there in a squeeze situation, and the pitch was down and in. He missed it, and the runner was toast. A true squeeze play coming in from 3rd base.
Tighter ball game, you might see it, but they want Adrianza to swing away right here. Drive in a couple. Picked up an RBI triple in the 3-run 5th inning for the Twins.
One and 1 to Adrianza. And he takes up and away. And now 3 and 1 with Grossman on deck.
Yeah, that was a changeup right there. Missed a foot outside, down and away.
And Maldonado looking into the dugout, say, you want us to just walk him?
Yeah,
fill first base. But at least under the pretense, they will pitch to Adrianza, see if he gets a strike. And he draws the walk. They're loaded up with one down for Grossman.
And the 5th walk the Twins have taken here this afternoon. See the sequence of pitches.
Pretty much all over the place. And a chance for Grossman to break the game wide open. He is 1 for 3. Single his last time up with a walk. Fouled back, 1 strike. Grossman with 16 runs batted in, serving as the designated hitter today. The way this game is playing or being played, looks like Brian Dozier will get his first true game off. A couple of games where he hasn't started, he's appeared as a pinch hitter. The one game, I guess. And over the inside corner now, 0-2.
Fernando Rodney, I'm sure, getting loose. There he is. He has not pitched for a while.
Not a save situation, but chance for Rodney, with tomorrow being an off day, to get an inning's worth of work. 0-2 to Grossman. And he does a nice job protecting the plate.
Yeah, last time Rodney was on the mound, he picked up his 13th save, and that was against the White Sox last Tuesday. So, yeah, good game to get him work. Off day tomorrow before the club goes to Detroit.
To Grossman. Tap to the right side, and they'll come home to get the force. And that was a nice catch by Maldonado, who only had to stay engaged with the plate. And he had a foot on the plate, and Garver slid through it.
Yeah, Marte's throw high right here, but you can see Maldonado go up, and then right there kept his foot on the bag before Garver could slide across home plate.
3-2 the put out. The bases are loaded again with 2 down for Rosario. I don't like Paredes' chances here. I really don't. I think Rosario wakes up in the middle of the night dreaming of bases loaded situations. Ball 1. 4 singles in the series, and in his first plate appearance today, a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, 0 for 3 is usually good for a hit a day, so or more. Be a good time to get his first hit.
Flipped it foul, and it's 1-1.
The wind kind of shifting a little bit too. It looks like it's now blowing out to right.
I'll bet you Eddie knows that. One and one from Paredes to Rosario. Taken for a strike, and Rosario goes down into a disbelieving squat. One and two. And he chased.
Oh, yeah, some words with the home plate up.
Yeah, didn't like strike 2. And Rosario's got to be careful.
Angels stay with us after the game for Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll take a look at how the offense was finally able to come alive, thanks in large part to the last 3 guys in the lineup. We'll also break down Fernando Ramiro's outing tonight. Not the best we've seen, but he was able to battle through, and we'll hear it from Paul Molitor. Then don't forget to head to our Fox Sports North Facebook page for Final Pitch, presented by Prism Research. You'll get a recap of today's game, and we will look ahead to the upcoming road trip. Guys?
All right, thank you, Audra. Fernando Rodney, as Bert mentioned, hasn't pitched for a few days. A chance to, he hopes, get a little work in, have a clean inning, and get ready for the road trip.
Yeah, Fernando Rodney, who wore an Angels uniform for a couple years, 2010 and 2011, making his 23rd relief appearance. He's worked 21 innings, 18 hits allowed, 7 walks, and 20 strikeouts. Missed about 2 months of the season when he was with the Angels in 2011 due to a strained back.
Chris Young's hit a couple of balls hard, and all he has to show for it is a sacrifice fly. 0 for 2 with a run batted in. It'll be Young, Kinsler, and Trout here in the 9th inning. And
Rodney with a fastball, changeup, very good changeup, and a slider.
And now 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. And a 5-pitch walk puts Young aboard. That'll bring up Kinsler. Twins have had a tough time keeping Kinsler in the ballpark, keeping him off the bases. He's reached 3 times today with a walk and 2 singles. The lead is 4, a non-save situation, but Rodney just wants to make this as quick as he can, but he's having a hard time throwing strikes.
Yeah, last time he pitched, as I mentioned before, in game 1 of that doubleheader that the Twins played against the Chicago White Sox. It was Tuesday, so it's been a while.
1-1, and Kinsler with a glance back at Bruce Drinkman. Wow.
Looks good to me.
If you had been on the rules committee when they formed this game, how wide would the strike zone have been?
It's you know, whatever the plate is, and then
no, but you'd want like
inches off the side.
You would have wanted a 40-inch plate.
If the tip of the ball hits the corner of the plate, it's a 3-inch baseball, so actually that 17-inch plate can actually be a 23-inch plate.
Another base hit for Kinsler, and the Angels making some noise here in the ninth. The number 9 batter was walked, and now Kinsler with a hit, and Trout will come up with 2 men aboard. Trout has struck out twice and hit 2 wicked line drives, one to Morrison in the 2nd inning and the other one to Kepler in the 7th.
You know, we've seen this from time to time. Closers come into a non-close, save situation, and they struggle a little bit. But see if Rodney can pick up a double play right here.
Rodney knew he was going to have to face Trout. He did not want to have to face him with 2 men on base and no one out, and that's the situation. 1 strike to Trout. Two strikes to Trout.
Two good fastballs, mid-90s.
Ground ball, only 1 play. And Escobar makes it with 3 infielders over there. There was no one at the second base bag. An out, but 2 men are in scoring position. See our CenturyLink What's Next. An off day tomorrow. Tigers are playing well and they're pitching pretty well. We'll see Hardy, Boyd, and Fulmer. And the Twins, as you probably know, have had a terrible time with left-handers, and there'll be 2 of them waiting in the first 2 games of that Tiger series. 1 down, Upton at the plate, and this is the man that needs to be gotten because Pujols in the on-deck circle represents the tying run. Bouncer to third, a foul ball. Upton is hitless today. Hit the ball hard his last time up, lining out to Kepler and right.
Good.
Strike 2 on the changeup.
Good changeup right there.
And Twins will use a mound visit here and be left with just 1 here in the 9th inning. Haven't used one, I think, what, 4 in the first 3 innings, and haven't used one since, so they have the luxury of having 1 in the bank after this one. Oh, 0-2 to Upton. Dug out by Garver. Little pop up to Escobar. Shattered his bat. 2 down. And that'll bring up Pujols.
Yeah, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Up went up there with a bad bat. It was broken. And it was shattered after that.
Pujols with an RBI single in the first. A couple of fly balls to right and a walk. Ball boy picking up some bat pieces from that bat explosion. Inning started with a walk and a single. Now Rodney's got the next 2 batters. And in case you're wondering about the rules, you cannot pitch yourself into a save situation.
I don't think any closer would want to.
But I mean, he didn't want to, but you know,
right.
Now it's, if someone else were to come in and relieve him, they would have a save situation.
Right.
1-0 to Pujols. And he missed with the changeup someplace. 2-0. Dare walk him, because then the tying run comes to the plate. Rodney will challenge Pujols with what remains to be seen. Fastball fouled back. Lavelle E. Neal III. Was that a clean catch? Twins beat writer for the Star Tribune with a nice catch in the press box. Dustin Morse, the Twins media relations director, next to him. Softly hit and a base hit. It'll score 2, and now Valbuena will come to the plate as the tying run. 3 runs batted in today for Pujols, and the lead is 7-5.
Well, such a good hitter over his career. Just fought off a pitch and hit it softly in the left field.
So sure he didn't break his bat too.
Got the barrel of the bat out quickly, softly over Adrianza in the left field.
Valbuena is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, continuing his difficulty against right-handed pitchers. And he takes inside a ball. Valbuena, 142 at bats against right-handers, just 30 hits. One and 0. And a strike taken.
Good change up there. Now you don't want to leave something middle into this guy. Everything should be away. Make him drive the ball the other way. Valbuena's got some pop in his bat. 6 home runs on the year. And we've seen him hook a couple foul throughout this series.
Blocked by Garver. And if Valbuena is not the last out of the ball game, then Zach Cozart would have a chance to hit. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Good fastball away. Twins started the game with Fernando Romero on the mound. They're trying to end it with Fernando Rodney on the mound.
2-2 to Valbuena. Up. Wow. Despite Garver holding it, not getting the call from Bruce Dreckman. And Pujols will leave early from first base. It was up. Full count now to Valbuena. And he walked him. And now Kozar will come up with the tying run at first.
Garvin
Two
Alston,
walks in the inning.
Garvin Alston going out to talk to Rodney. Nobody in the Twins bullpen getting up. And Rodney's thrown 26 pitches this inning, 13 for strikes. Second walk of the inning.
Nolan Fontana is going to run for Valbuena, representing the tying run. And of course some value there, but Pujols is the lead runner, and that's going to suppress whatever speed somewhat that Fontana adds to the situation. Kozar 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch, scored a run in the fourth. Two singles, 2 walks, 2 runs so far for the Angels. Ball 1. The on-deck hitter.
Good time for one of those sacrifice flies right here.
Settle for a strike. 28 pitches for Rodney, only 13 strikes. There's a strike. Two and one. On the corner again at 96. Fans were standing before when Pujols was at the plate. Then they nervously sat down after the 2-run single.
Yeah, great crowd here to this afternoon. 28,656. Most of them on their feet.
2-2 to Kozar. Thirty-second pitch coming up for Rodney.
Fastball at 98. Trying to hump up right there.
Trevor Hildenberger getting loose in the bullpen. The runners will go. 3-2 to Kozar. Little pop fly, Escobar in the outfield grass, and the Twins win it 7-5.
Well, you got the strike, I got the little fly ball out for the final out.
And the Twins get a winning homestand. Some disappointments along the way, losing 2 to the White Sox, losing 2 to the Angels, but Anthony LaPanta, the Twins' home record now improves to 17-17.
6 out of 11 on this homestand. They close it out with a victory here today to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Angels. 7-5 the final. We'll take a look at how the bottom of the order was key for Minnesota. Look ahead at the road trip and hear from Paul Molitor next on Twins Live.